Hey, it's Kat here, Katrina Ruth, and I'm so excited to be with you here today and with a few of my friends who are part of the team that I've joined with this incredible company, LifeWave, which came into my life, bam, out of nowhere, total just gift from God only a few weeks ago. And I can't even believe, just how much God has shown me to do with this company, this business, the technology, and how much it's already impacted my life in a couple of weeks. So these incredible humans have been kind enough to join with me here today to create a little bit of a video where we can share with you a little bit more about this technology, the product, why I'm personally so excited about it, but also a bit more about the business, the science, that kind of thing, the things that I myself haven't even fully understood every different part of. And so we've got Vanessa and Andrew here with me today, as well as Tessa, and they have the ability to articulate a little bit more than me about the company since I'm so brand new, but I'm so all in, and you're gonna get to hear why I'm excited to share this with you today and just give you a little bit of an invite into a world that has changed my life and that I believe can change yours as well.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much, Katrina. We are so pumped to have you on team with us.
Absolutely.
Honestly, God connection from the second we said
Yeah.
hello. So, what we just love to do for everyone really joining team is just give context to a little bit more. We're kind of like you, though. It's a journey where everything unfolds and you just learn on the go. So, what
Yeah.
I'm going to do is just present a little bit of the background to the company, and I'll show a bit of a slide presentation, and then you get to hear from Andrew and Tessa as well. So I'll just share my screen now, and we'll just start with something that you can pretty much use anywhere you are. That's what I love about this. It's scalable. It's amazing in person to share this technology, but it's also going global around the world. So the thing we like to ask people, you'll often hear from us, is have you been patched yet? And you'll probably hear Katrina start to say it too. It's just the statement you make. You see the little patch on this girl's arm right there. Pretty much we're talking about a light therapy patch called the X39 from LifeWave. I think you got yours on your wrist right there, and mine's on my neck right now. And what this is we're talking about a wearable light therapy technology, which has been a game changer over the last few years for millions of people, in fact. And what we're talking about is popping a patch on. It's as simple, literally, as daily placing a patch on your body. And the first day you get met by someone who says, have you been patched? They might just say, where are you feeling pain? And just pop it right on that place. But really, this is a movement that is now millions of people strong around the world. And LifeWave and the X39, actually the X39 has been in Australia for about a year and a half now. And so we're just going to talk a little bit about what it means to be patched. And so background to this is that David Schmidt is the inventor and CEO of this X39 and a bunch of other patches. The big deal for us about that, and when it comes to a wellness space and a company, is to be the inventor and the CEO. So this is not a company that's had to pay in an inventor to take their products further. This guy, literally, this is his baby. And so he has over 130 patents to his name, really well respected in the innovative field of light therapy and that type of technology. And he's been a scientist for years. He doesn't claim to be a doctor. He's not a doctor. He's a scientist, and really acknowledges, in fact, some real downloads from God, a lot of biblical maths involved. Like, you get to hear so much more of his story when you get to hear some of his presentations. But all his life, he's been passionate about age reversal technology and has studied it for years and years. And so in 2008, he focused his attention on stem cell research. But prior to that, in fact, he had actually invented a small patch. Just speak about the energy enhancer patch.
So yeah, his first patch, he was seconded by the American government to work with the Navy SEALs at the time to keep them with energy while they were in submarines going to the places that they had to go to make sure they were in peak performance. And so he was inventing that, had created that, and then Iraq happened, and all the funding for that went towards the war. And so he was released to be able to own that patch himself and take it to the market, which he did. And that's where we saw in the Olympics, a lot of the sports people took this patch on first. And when the Americans basically won everything that year in the swimming aspect, Michael Phelps, and they all thought that at first that maybe they'd been drugging. And so when they actually did all the investigation, it was because of the patch. So that was his first invention, and he's made a few more since then, and especially the X39, which is like the game-changing patch.
Yeah, so he threw all his own money into it, and obviously the swim team got cleared because it's a non-transdermal patch. Nothing goes into the skin like that. And so this has been a big deal in both the ultra athletic field as well as to the average everyday person that is now able to patch. His energy enhancer was the first generation of patches. And then he really began researching copper peptides. And if he could just elevate the amount of copper peptides in someone's body, which we know now is a big deal, then this was going to wake up people's own stem cells. This is the big deal of this particular patch called the X39. This is not a stem cell therapy where you're injecting someone else's stem cells, not sure where they're from, or if they're even going to stay active in your own body. This is waking up or regenerating your own stem cells. So it's got some great patents on this, which means for another 17 years, no one else can touch this technology. That's a big deal from a business point of view when it comes to actually what we're sharing out and about the place. And also, it's also saying it does what it says it will do. And when he makes claims that it elevates the copper peptides and it can activate your own stem cells, which of course improves energy and antioxidants in our body and all the rest of the benefits, when he says it does it, he's got the proof, and you can dive deep into that on information website called thisisitinfo.com, which we'll reference in a little bit. But you know what we didn't know when our friend told us about these, and we've been in the wellness space for years, both coaching, leading, pastoring, and we've also worked in the health industry for a while. And we had no idea, actually. We knew that stem cells diminish and die off, but we had no idea how much we've lost by the age we're 30. And so half are gone at 30 and most of them are gone at 60. And what that just means is stem cells are responsible for keeping our body from degenerating and aging. And so when these are no longer active in our body, so much degeneration begins to happen. And we know that the older that we get and the more mature we get in life, we notice that. We'd already noticed that nearly hitting 50. Just recovery times and wound healing and energy and all the rest of it. So this was a really big deal for us. We knew already of light therapy, phototherapy, but we had no idea that it would be in a patch. And so that's what this is. And that's what, again, you'll hear way more and feel more. We don't even want you to just dive deep into this. We want you to just get patched and feel the effects on your body. Because when your stem cells wake up, it can do anything. And we can't even necessarily promise what it's going to do, but we know the power of it. So it is a phototherapy. It's photo light therapy really that's happening in your body. And so we are reflecting in this patch your own heat and light. This doesn't need sunlight. People ask often, do you need to have this exposed to sunlight? No, because obviously in the submarines, the people didn't have access to light, but he identified that in our own bodies, we emit heat and light. And we know that from the ultra lights that people use at nighttime, like the goggles that they use, that we do emit our own heat and light. And so this light is being used to activate like literally like a whole creation of nanocrystals and a technology that is bouncing that technology and that light back into your own body to stimulate the elevation of copper peptides in your body. Nothing, no chemical is in this patch. So it is non-invasive. There is no contraindications apart from current chemotherapy, an anti-rejection drug, or if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. It will not contraindicate anything else, which is incredible for you and what is going on in your health. Benefits for us personally, with literally all of these benefits. The strength, the inflammation is reduced, pain has gone from years and multiple car accidents. I'm no longer on any anti-inflammation, even though I was trying all the alternatives, all the turmeric. I no longer take any anti-inflammation medication whatsoever. It's a game changer for our health and mental clarity. My daughter that had 3 major concussions, so major challenges in mental health and brain balancing, on an X39, everything is stabilized for her. Migraines are going, clarity is back, moods are stabilized. It's just been a game changer for what she's been able to go off in terms of medication when she's been on the X39. I know for you, it's been a game changer for your focus.
Yeah, my mental clarity, the brain fog, focus. I had sleeping issues. I sleep through the night now. I used to have a sleep apnea machine up until 3-4 months ago. I've been off that since having these patches. Improvement in every area, skin. It's been an incredible, in such a short period of time, the results have been amazing. So
we've been patching for about 5 months now. We've patched hundreds of people, and hundreds of people are now patching just in our own immediate world. We're talking about an auntie who lost her taste and smell 7 years ago from a virus. Within 2 weeks of patching, it was back again for her. We're seeing customers that were having hip replacement surgery cancel their appointment for the hip replacement surgery because their movement is so much freer after 6 weeks of use, with their doctors calling us saying, what have you got my patient on, and now patching themselves. So it's just amazing to hear these stories. And we're talking not just necessarily, although amazing one day patch wonders. If you get a sample, you may get results in 24 hours, but we know 4,000 of your genes are going to reset if you get patched in that very first day. What your body does with that, you'll discover along the way. Within 6 weeks, there's all the data to prove brain becomes balanced. Within 3 months, collagen and all the rest, collagen everywhere through our body, not just in our skin, has increased. And within 6 months, all the data shows heart reversal in age. Literally, like people are saying that actually constantly right now to people we're meeting that have now patched for longer than 6 months. Their doctors are blown away with the results.
And can I just say, I just saw a study yesterday that in Australia and globally, the biggest issue for people's health is connected to their heart.
Yeah.
So even seeing what this does for our hearts is game changing and revolutionary for that, and to making sure that our health, which is our greatest wealth, is something that we're prioritizing.
And the inventor, David, he just says, this isn't just an anti-aging movement. This is age reversing. This has always been his passion, always been his conviction and commitment to find solution for people. And we're literally seeing the results of that. So you're going to get it, and you're going to order it in, and it's going to come to anywhere around the world that you are in, over 100 countries right now. But when you get it, you're going to put it on for 12 hours during the day. You're going to wake up, brush your teeth, pop a patch on, take it off at night. It's not about remembering all your tablets and everything else. Just patch 12 hours a day. Take it off so that you can rest from the regeneration that you're feeling. You throw it away, or you put the patch on your plant or on your animal bed, because there's still some beautiful light therapy in it just for a few more hours, but our bodies just need it for 12 hours a day. Then you'll just repeat that. It's a simple practice that is changing people's lives.
You've got to drink plenty of water, because this is flushing. It's doing what it's created to do. And so keeping hydrated is a huge part of that, which is essential to the process.
Where all the beautiful toxins flush out of our body. So there's some great stories, and we've just mentioned a few, and you'll hear more and more, and we get online and we share them constantly, because I'm telling you, stories bring people hope. And
Yes.
that's what people are lacking in this season, is hope for their health, hope for teaching their bodies how to heal themselves. So we are we're really honored actually to have Tessa on the call with us. Tessa is Australia's first senior presidential director in LifeWave for Australia, which is just an incredible rank. And really what that means is she's helped thousands of people actually take control of their own health. And she's been a great mentor to us. So Tessa, we'd love you to
And can I say
share.
has achieved that in under a year and a half. And so, which is a huge credit to her.
And we've only known her for 5 or 6 months. She's literally like reversing in age before our very eyes. She just keeps getting like fresher and fresher in how she lives and leads. So Tessa, would you just share about what's been your experience in this movement?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, and lovely to meet you, Katrina. I started on Christmas Day of 2022. So I was introduced by a friend who knew that I had sciatica pain and lower back pain. And so I was asked to try the patch. I actually turned him down a few times and said, go away, because I could see this was network marketing and I wasn't interested back then. I just wasn't interested in doing anything but getting well. I was so busy in my life. I'd just run 77 weddings that year with as a wedding events coordinator, and I just had no time to do anything else. But I started patching, and literally I was a 5-minute success story. The pain went, and it was like, wow, this is amazing. And my son said to me, Mom, this is placebo. It's just a Band-Aid. It can't work. I said, well, whatever it is, you know what? I love it. So a week later, I was just no discomfort. I was so happy. And it really was a game changer just there. So I shared it with 4 people that first week because I had 4 friends who had issues that in their body. And I thought, well, gosh, if this does it for me, I'm going to tell some others. So in that week, I achieved a position in the company that I had no idea what it was, because it wasn't really my focus initially. And I became what they call a manager. And then within a week, the company is sending me money. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll tell some more people. So literally, the arthritis left my hands in the first month. I turned 60 last year. And so I just figured that, I'm going to have to at least give this 6 months. That's a month per decade of product to get to that point of age reversal. So I tried that, and literally my eyesight reversed 2 sizes. My energy was just through the roof. All brain fog. Oh gosh, I've had too many things. Brain fog disappeared, and just so excited to see so many people healed and restored. I prayed that God would put something in my path for me, and this became it, surprisingly, but wasn't the way that I had initially thought it was going to go. I resigned from my job in February, and they said you couldn't go until September because we were too busy. So in October, I left my job, and I do this full time. And really, it has totally changed my life. It has changed my life, not only physically, where I can run again and do Pilates with 20-year-olds, and my collagen's increased, my wrinkles are going, and I just feel so much healthier. I'm traveling and enjoying life, but also financially, that's something that was that has so changed my life in so many ways. As a single mum for many, many years, I've had done it tough, and so to have the ability to do what I want when I want, and to help many people to do the same, has really inspired, encourages me, because I'm just seeing it happen every day. So welcome to the group.
Thanks, Tessa. We're so grateful for your leadership and your mentoring, and just your yes, just at Christmas time last year, your yes, and the way you lead, like watching people get freedom in their health and their wealth, and really sovereignty around both those things. I'm watching your passion for that. I was just telling Katrina the other day, learning from you, even the way you do patch someone, and the fact that just in that moment, as you're just laying hands on them, you're just believing for an exchange way greater than just a patch. And so thanks for what you're teaching us. And grateful for you. And for Katrina, I loved hearing this there was an immediate connection just to the hello, but gonna hand it over to you for a few minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just so beautiful to get to hear your story just now, Tessa, because of course I've heard about you from Vanessa, but this is the first time we're personally meeting. And yeah, it's just, uh, it's such a God thing. And I have known I mean, I grew up in network marketing. My grandparents were very early on in Amway Australia. They were one of the first. And I was an Avon lady at 11 years old. And I just kept going. So I've been involved with plenty of network marketing companies, but not for a long time, because I've been building an online coaching business for 18 years now. And yeah, it's just, I certainly coach many people who have network marketing businesses, but it hasn't been on my radar. And the thing that's interesting is, I would say for about 3 or 4 years now, I've thought, oh, there's going to be something that comes along one day in network marketing specifically. And when it comes along, I'm just going to know, and I'm just going to say yes. But I have not at all been looking for that. And in fact, I have messages and DMs from all around the world from my online audience, probably weekly, like, hey, jump in on our company or our product. I'm like, no, like thinking about no. And so with this, actually, my ex-husband brought the patches over a few weeks ago, only a few weeks ago, and he was explaining, how he got these patches, and within like a day or two, he's 50, nearly 51, he's in great shape. But anyone who's in those sort of years, I mean, gosh, for me, 30 onwards, everything starts to change a little bit, no matter how fit you are. So he was just sharing with me how much it dramatically changed all his different niggles and aches and pains and energy and that kind of a thing. And I wasn't skeptical, but I wasn't like hooked, I was kind of like, okay, cool, sounds good. I left them on the bench. He gave me some of the X39 stem cell activating patches, and he also gave me some Eon patches, and he explained what they do, which is for particular sites of inflammation or injury. And I was probably more interested in that because as an athlete, I get quite a lot of different things going on. But I waited deliberately until I had something that was really like quite, an issue as far as physically. And sure enough, something came along, which was actually that I walked into a tree and knocked myself out. And I that's a whole story. I knocked my head pretty much like out of alignment. My neck was so out. I've got a great osteo. It was the kind of thing where I knew I need to get to see the osteo. And I thought, well, I'll put this patch on. So I did that. I was blown away. I was like preaching about this the next day to my life group from church, where I was like, and completely like everything, all the inflammation was gone, all the pain. But I also would have thought it was like a biomechanical issue and that I would have still had to see the osteo, but there was like nothing. There was no issue. So then I just moved the patch from there to like another area on my hip. And I don't even know if you're supposed to do that, but it definitely worked as well. And so then, of course, I got more interested. And so, went on a little Google search. What is this product? I didn't even know it was network marketing. That's when I was like, oh, okay, it's network marketing. Cool. Had a little look at some of the videos. And I said to Enzo, my ex-husband, I was like, can you put me in touch with Michelle, who you got it from? And let me call her. So we had a little chat. She sent me an interview with David Schmidt, the founder, and it was about an hour long. I have quite a solid nutritional sciences background, and I understand enough to know within minutes that I was like, oh, okay, this is for real. I didn't even need to know what the rest of the details were. I hadn't even tried the stem cell activating patches at that point. And I just knew I'm going to be all in with this. And it really was, it was God led. And as you know, and as anyone who knows me knows, I'm entirely Holy Spirit led in all that I do. I'd been praying only maybe like a month or over the last month or two, like, Lord, show me what is, the additional thing that's going to come in, because I've dramatically changed the way I'm doing online business. I knew that he's going to bring something different in. I had no idea what it was. I wasn't thinking a product or anything like that, but I just knew, God will provide. And it wasn't like something I was looking for or concerning myself with. So when this came along, it was honestly like, bam, 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 I'm in. And then pretty much on the same day that I made the decision, I don't even know how it works, but I'm going to be part of this company. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to share this product. I just know God is leading me to this. It was only that day that I also put an X39 patch on for the first time. And one thing which I don't think I even fully shared with you, but I think I briefly shared with you, Vanessa, is I've been really unwell for about 6 months. So I do have Epstein-Barr virus, which I've had off and on for 20 years. And when it flares, it's like kind of like an autoimmune flare type thing. When it flares, how it feels is being described as similar to extreme COVID. Like you're pretty non-functional. It's extremely debilitating. I'm a high functioning person, so I keep functioning, but the way that I was functioning, I mean, I wasn't even sharing it with closest friends because I didn't want to like be speaking it out over myself. But the reality is I was napping 2-3 times a day. I would be able to get up after maybe like 10 or 11 hours sleep, fire away for an hour or two if I was lucky. Sometimes as early on as 9 a.m. I'd start to crash. And the Epstein-Barr virus crash is, it's like something coming over you. You start to check out completely. It doesn't even feel safe to be at the wheel. So this past 6 months, I've been, the high performing person out there in business and fitness and life who's been taking naps in the car park at the shopping center in my car, just to be clear, because I needed to wait for that to lift before I could keep functioning. And that's just been, I've just adapted around it. Now, I've dealt with this virus for years. I went back to, the best functional medicine practitioners and that kind of thing. I take the best supplements. I've gone back into all that stuff the last few months, and it's been making an incremental difference, but I was struggling big time. I was exhausted, and it's like being hit by a truck. And even in the times when you're functioning, like I would be sitting here maybe doing something like this, total brain fog, you're just trying to get through it. My throat would be burning by now. I'd have to get off even a 30-minute Zoom like this, and I'd have to go and crash for an hour or two. And so I was just like adapting to that and knowing and trusting and praying that, man, at some point I'm going to come through this. Well, I started using the patches on a Monday, which would have been 2 weeks ago. And by the Thursday, it was a Thursday. The Thursday, I was like, what's going on? Like, I'm super clear. I feel good. I didn't have a nap all day, which was pretty dramatic. Oh no, I think that day I had a nap in the morning, but then I went all through the afternoon with great energy. The next morning, the Friday, I woke up like fresh as a daisy at 4 a.m. Now, I've been struggling to get out of bed at like 9 or 10 a.m. And, I eat great. I take care of myself, all the things. So when I woke up at 4 a.m., I actually was worried. I was like, no, God, put me back to sleep, because I'm not going to be able to function all day. I'm not going to be able to be a mom. I'm not going to be able to do anything. Like, I cannot be getting up at 4 a.m. But I was awake. I was like good to go. And I was concerned I'm going to crash so bad later on in the day. I just kept going all day. Next day, woke up at 5 a.m., kept going all day. And the brain fog was gone. And I mean, like, I was looking for it because I've been so used to being this high functioning person under an extremely intense cloud of, just dysfunctional health. And so I was kind of like, when is it coming? When is it coming? When's the crash coming? And it was just so clear to me that from what I understand about the science and the technology, and obviously I've got to learn a little bit more now since then, but there's still heaps more for me to learn. I was like, okay, this makes total sense to me. I get it. This is for real. This is incredible. But more importantly for me personally, and for a lot of people in my space as well, it was so clear to me that this was a God move and that he had brought this product in for me on a personal level. And it tied hand in hand with him just completely delivering and healing me of this disease or this virus, which I really feel and believe, in fact, he's completely delivered me from now, and that this patch was a huge component of it, and I just give God all the glory and all the credit for that, because it's a product that he brought in that tied in with his miracle working power in my body and in my life. And that's everything to me. But you know what? I know that that's a cool story and it's a pretty important story to me personally. But even if that weren't the case, what I've seen with these patches in my, just like joint pain and athletic type stuff and just overall energy and focus in general, and then the feedback from my ex-husband, and then my 14-year-old daughter who gets debilitating period menstrual pains every month. I put one on her for the first time only earlier this week, and she slept through the night, and she never sleeps through the night first day of her period. She's like writhing around in agony usually. So that kind of a thing. And then obviously what I've learned from you and from a few other friends who I've shared with, I'm so blown away. I'm so excited. And the business side of it is something that I have experience with from network marketing. B, it makes total sense to me. It's so integrous, that the company is just giving back to those who refer and share health and wealth with others. And I know that this is something that God has put in my life, obviously for personal reasons, but also as a vehicle. I really believe it's as a vehicle to share, that God is a God of miracles, and that he does that through science, through medicine, through, any manner of things, and however he sees fit to do. And I guess where I'll leave this and where I'll hand back over to you is, I was already thinking and seeing all of that before I found out that you guys are Christian, before I found out that David Schmidt, the founder and the CEO, is Christian. That blew me away. I had no idea. And Michelle also, who introduced me to the product and introduced me to you guys, also a believer. So yeah, I'm just super excited to go on this journey, and I'm super excited to share it with you who is watching this on the other side. And obviously I'm in a conversation with you separate to this video, but I'm excited to see how the patch impacts your energy, your well-being, your health, your clarity, metabolism, focus, all the things, and also can be a complete game changer in the financial aspect of your life and your family's life.
Well said.
I love it. Tessa, just speak into a few of those things again. You've had the experience here and also around the world, but what Katrina is sharing is true, right? On a million levels. You're hearing this.
Absolutely. But the integrity of the company is unsurpassable. It is, David is just an awesome human who really cares for people and healing. And the Lord has given him downloads and divine downloads of how to make this product, right down to he does a video where he shares where the Holy Spirit had him take the book of John and the book of Genesis, read them in Hebrew, turn them backwards, find the biblical code, and made the lattice structure in this whole formulation to make the communication with ourselves, because God made us to heal ourselves. We were designed to heal ourselves, and with the toxins and the environmental issues of today's world, we've got a lot of stuff happening, and it really is. It's a God-ordained company, a God-ordained product, and it's just bringing such relief and beauty and wellness and so many things to so many people. And how do you know God didn't put that tree in your way? He wanted your attention. I love it. You wouldn't have changed.
Yeah.
I'll pass over now.
Thanks, Tessa. And if you got to pop off, no problem. And Katrina, this is the God story. We hear this time and time again. It was the same for us. We came back to this country to take care of parents, relocate our whole entire family. And we had no idea. And we literally are saying, like, one of the reasons we are back here was to get the invitation to be part of this movement, and we really feel that. So we've worked with people for 25 years, and the two greatest challenges to their world, their well-being, is their health and their wealth. And so we love both aspects of this business. So some of you will kind of pop off from this part of the call because this is all you needed to hear. But if you want to stay on just for the extra few minutes and listen right through, we'll get Andrew now to just share how you can get it. Just so once you do get into a call with Katrina or any of her team, at least then we can just tell you what the options are for you in the ordering. So I'll share the screen again, and I'll get Andrew to do that now. So thanks so much, girls, for your sharing. So we just talked about that. Basically, for more information, and Katrina will put this in her link, I'm sure, you can go to thisisit.info.com. We've got doctors there. We've got interviews with the inventor himself there. We've got testimonies building from all over the world there, from children, autism, all the way through to just incredible, like, cancers being released out of people's bodies. So you'll love thisisit.info.com just to dive into yourself and go as deep as you want. We say go down as far as you want to research this, because you are going to just keep coming up against so much truth. But beyond the research, just get a patch on your body, right? Exactly. So this is a passion we have, is just to help people create what they desire to create financially.
So what I love about this company is it's now 20 years old. So it didn't just sort of turn up yesterday with this great product, but no proof. It's 20 years old now, and it went from 20 million in revenue in 2021 to now in 2024 becoming to $500 million, and it's just getting started. So for me, from the business side, which is one of my passions, is that I love being a part of a winning company, a winning team that is only just beginning and growing. It's in over 100 countries now. So for us personally, we have, I think, teams in 5 or 6 countries, and in some of those, multiple teams in each country. So if you have friends all around the world, you can get this to them. And if they're wanting to be involved in the financial aspect for their life, they can be a part of growing teams there with you to reach people around them, which is fantastic. And it's not a Me Too product. It's not like, yeah, I've got this, this pill or this product, I've got one as well. No one else has this in this form. It is they have the patent for this for another 16 years for this particular product, X39. And because of knowing of the owner and what his passion is, by the time we get even close to when that patent is finished, he'll do a 2.0 or a 3.0 by then. So making sure that we're a part of the winning space when it comes to this product. So people can't just get this. And if they do see anything like it, it's a fake. And you wouldn't want to touch it from a 10-foot barge pole, as we would say in Australia. So it's not a Me Too campaign. So I love that, or a Me Too product, sorry. LifeWave is just the whole business has just taken off. And so I love being a part of a winning company and part of a winning team. And so that's what we're a part of with the This Is It team. It is the fastest growing team in this space, in the network marketing space, in all of the world. And this company is the #1 company in growth in the network marketing space, which is amazing.
This is exciting. Just around we were just talking the other day. Basically what's happening right now is direct selling. This is your passion, it's one of our companies, but we just think the model of direct selling is just so, it's actually kingdom, but it's just so powerful, right? Person to person.
Exactly. So we love the platform of network marketing because anyone can do it. It's a small amount of finance really to get started, and you're helping people, and it's the pyramids, the bottom up. Normal corporate world, it's the opposite. The guy at the top and the people under them earn all the money. For this, it's the bottom down. All of that revenue goes through to everybody. And as basically as hard as you work and as successful as you are, you can come in at any time and go straight to the top. And the great thing about this is it's a team environment. Everybody wins as we work together. It's not just about one person.
Yeah, so Australia's got just this ground floor opportunity, been here a year, spreading like wildfire, but you'll see people now and you'll see a patch on them. But honestly, that countries like this, it's exciting for what this could look like, as well as what's happening around the globe.
Exactly. So the question we always like to ask people is, what is the most important thing in your life right now? Is it family? For us, one of the reasons why we came back to Australia from the States is because our parents were aging and not well. That's a big value for us, especially as Christians. We believe in that, and to look after them and to help in that process. For others, and for us as well, is time. We want to live anywhere around the world and be able to do what we're called to do. So time, how we use time is a really important thing. This creates time for us. Freedom, financial freedom, security, travel. We love travel. You might love travel. Being able to travel and also have this business. Better health, less debt. And so all of us have a why.
And so here's the last just few slides just on how you can get the product, because again, we want to keep it as simple as possible. The compensation plan here, it's a pretty easy structure. What happens is the heart of David was that everyone could afford this product. They don't have to build big businesses, although there's millions of dollars being earned from the company, not from other people. But his heart was every person could afford this. So this little triangle here is just what Tessa was referencing. She said, I shared with 4 people and the company started to pay me. That's why we show this. Is it as simple as 4 people, and they're usually your loved ones? They'll do an order. and it'll be done for you in your own link, your own website. They'll order, the company pays you. It doesn't come out of their money. It doesn't come out of anyone else's money. It's a generous compensation plan. But in this same structure, if you help other people just get 4 people, literally one of the 4 ways you get paid is you can go all the way up to $25,000 a week just on introducing 4 people who introduce 4 people. And that's real, like that's real time. We're seeing that already. We're seeing incredible blessing to come financially from that. But there's 4 other ways.
It's paid out weekly as well, which is
that's
fantastic.
been a real win for our family.
So on top of also the introductory sale of the commission that you get from that is also the matching bonus. So unlimited income potential with this one. So on the first level, you receive 25%, second 20, and third 20. So as these cycle, and as the people you're helping and they're helping and then they're helping, why you sleep, which is one of our values for us and dreams, was to make money while we sleep. All these cycles are happening. And so you're making money literally while you sleep, as other people are building their business and sharing with other people to get healthy as well.
So incredible opportunities. So go as basic as you need to go. I just want to cover my own costs so that it doesn't actually cost me anything, or build as strong as you want. And there's a support team for whatever you want to create. So you'll see Katrina will have either like a hard copy form, or she's got a link to her website. And what we just love to do is really just share about just the 3 options, so you understand whether it's you, family, or you want to build a business.
So we offer the silver, gold, or diamond package. So the silver is $299 US, and that gives you 3 sleeves. And so again, we'll talk more about the detail of that, but that's someone who's just wanting to get in entry level, maybe not want to build the business, maybe just looking after themselves or one other, like maybe one of their children, to get this product as well. And silver is a great option to start with. And so then there's the gold, those that want to build a business, those that are like, hey, or have a larger family and want to get this to their significant other, their spouse, their children, maybe their mother, their father who's not well at the moment. This is the best for that, for you to be able to have 5.5, so 5 X39s, which is what I call the David Beckham patch. It's the game changer. It's the superstar of all of the patches. But then you have support patches, like
the Eon,
the Eon, which I wear at nighttime, which helps with my nervous system, helps with inflammation, and helps me to sleep. And it's been a game changer for me. And so you get 5 and 1 of those support patches, but we can also look around that and how we package that for you. And then there's what we call the entrepreneur pack. Those of us that were like, hey, I can see this as a business, my health and my wealth. There are so many people that I want to help with this. I want to have a whole bunch of the different patches to understand them, and have a lot of the X39 so I can patch other people, give them 1 or 2 to get started, to just feel it, break the ice of what it is, and then help them in their health and wealth journey. So for many of us, probably 70% of people that we've onboarded have come in at Diamond. And then we work with our team to be able to receive, to get that investment back within 2 to 4 weeks, as people get this out and work hard with sharing this with people, so that within a month you've paid your investment back and you've got a whole bunch of more sleeves there with you so you can build this business. And here's the great thing. You are classed as a senior director for 3 months, which means every time you onboard another Diamond, you receive 500 US back. So within 3 of those partnerships, that brand partners that you bring on, you've paid pretty much your investment back. And so
got months worth of patches for your whole family.
But if you do that 20, 30 times in that 3 months, that's what you're earning back. Now, if you do that fast, you'll probably then rank within 3 months at senior director. And instead of getting, I think, is it 200 US back per Diamond, you'll stay at 500. And so also that also stops your auto ship, because with each of these, this is a first upfront investment, which is all product. So you're not paying and then having to buy product. You get product at this rate. At the Diamond rate, you're getting it for $84.95, not $99.95 US. So it's the best when it comes to economics, but also you don't have to auto ship for 3 months. Every other pack has to auto ship per month to be able to, number one, make sure that you don't run out of packs, run out of sleeves, patches, but also helps you with building your business.
Yeah.
And so more of that will be explained later on.
So you're not repeating a silver or a gold or a diamond every month. You just need to be on a 2-sleeve auto ship to keep active and also get the patches that you need in your family. So we've got so many friends, and Katrina, you would too, so many friends thinking about another business, another stream. We call it another ocean.
Everyone needs
of
multiple
income,
streams of income now.
impact or opportunity. But here's the key: they're thinking about like a brick and mortar, and they're thinking about a gym or a franchise or something. And here, this is like e-commerce, turnkey, global, scalable, and really
with unlimited
minimum overhead. And then you're not holding stock, you're not, apart from sampling a few people, and other than that, and you can get it to every country, the people you love and the people you meet or don't know yet, all around the world. So we just see it as a gift on that level, as well as for our health. So we'll absolutely see what you need, what you want to create, and you can get back to us about that. The team training is global, it's online, it's scalable, it's an incredible simple system that just scales. We do launches like this online constantly, and you can do the same, and you can either be in person or you can be online as you really share this. So we just love to end, as we do with any of these presentations. The word that speaks most to us here is the word hope. For you, it might be a different word that's just been completely like elevated to the front of your consciousness. But for us, we have never, probably in the last 25 years, felt so much hope and wellness and opportunity for people.
Absolutely. We see this company as hope, health, and wealth for those that want it. And so we hope you take your next move and go and get patched. And we look forward to hearing the testimonies of how this has changed your life, both in your health and for many others who value the wealth aspect as well, that want to grow in that area with this company. We look forward to partnering with you in that also.
Thank you so much for sharing so clearly, and that gave me greater clarity on the things that I'm already, underway with, which is just kind of funny. But I love how this works. It's, you want to be saying yes to things in your life that are a yes in your spirit. It's just a knowing, and the details can come into play later, and they're great to know and great to have. But I really feel that for those for whom this is for, which I believe it's everybody, but if that's you, there's just a knowing there, there's just a pull there, there's just like there's a recognition. Whoa, there's something here for me. God is leading me here, and this is going to make a difference, and I'm going to find out the details as I go, or by reaching directly out to me, and I can go through those details with you, obviously, and get you started. So I'm excited to talk with you further, obviously personally, and just see what the best option is for you, for your family, and who knows, perhaps get to watch you join us in those ranking levels on the wealth side of the business as well.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Tessa, too, for your time. And
Thank
just
you,
want to end by saying anything for Katrina's friends.
Welcome. I was just going to say goodbye because I've got to run. But I just wanted to say, this is the best opportunity. It really is. I was listening while I was getting ready. The end of that. This is the best opportunity that you you're mad to pass it up. Right now, we are at ground floor opportunity in Australia. Yes, I'm a senior presidential director. Yes, I've been doing it for 16 months. We haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg. Seriously, this is huge. And if you want to change your life and others, jump in. Katrina's a great leader. I can see that already.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you all. I have to run. I have another meeting. God bless.
Thanks, Tessa.
Bye all. Bye.
Thank you.